Hey guys, good morning and welcome and thanks for joining me today. Super happy to see my Pilates peeps. My name's Elizabeth. You're in a Pilates inspired fitness class, and for props today, we are going to use dumbbells. So let's grab those dumbbells and get this party started. We'll come right into a simple Pilates prance. This will warm up the body, which we were just discussing. If you're in Southern California, will be really nice because it is cold here today. So just warming up that body, keeping that navel tucked to the spine. And I'd like to take this opportunity to request of you to keep your workout with me. You guessed it, pain-free. So comfortably uncomfortable is okay, but pain is not. If you are feeling stabbing pain, shooting pain, joint pain, structural pain, anything like that, please stop what you're doing and do something different so those feelings go away. It's super important to me as an instructor for my students to feel better after class, not worse, and I need your help with that. All right, so now that we've got that out of the way, coming into that Pilates prancing, noticing if your heart rate is beginning to come up just a little bit, and breathing for 3 and 2 and 1, and come to center. All right, let's swing those arms from side to side. Notice how this feels. We will revisit this move a few times in class today, and we'll see if it begins to feel different. All right, for 2 and 1, come to center. Okay, let's reach that left arm up overhead. Mine's at quite a bend, so you can see it. And then with that right dumbbell, applying a little bit of weight, giving you the opportunity to come a little fuller into the stretch. Just enjoy that just for a moment. And breathe for 3 and 2 and 1, and come to center. And then we'll do that stretch on the other side, feeling space and length between those bones and muscles, while these bones and muscles decrease in distance from one another. I know that's super obvious, but when you think about it, it's kind of interesting. For 3 and 2 and 1, come to center. And then guys, let's reach those arms back behind, opening that chest, feeling a really terrific stretch right across that front of the chest. And you are breathing for 3 and 2 and 1, and come to center. All right, let's come into a Pilates V, and then we'll reach those arms forward, bend those knees, come to standing, and do it again, and continue. Yeah, so remember, any modification at any time is okay. And we're going to come into some tippy toe work if you are recovering from a toe injury. Wink, wink. So just keep those heels flat. All right, for 3 and 2. And the next time you're down, stay down. Let's lift that right heel, open that right arm to the side, come to center, and switch and continue. If this move is hurting your arms because your dumbbells are heavy and we're moving those arms away from the body, therefore creating a longer lever, which makes it feel more challenging. Oh, that was a lot of words. Then just keep those arms closer to you. All right, for 3 and 2, looking good. And 1, and pause. All right, guys, let's lift those heels. Think drag queen stilettos. Open those arms to the side, come to center, and switch and continue. So taking a balance challenge, we're strengthening and stabilizing those ankles. Wait, is that the right word? Strengthening? Yeah, strengthening and stabilizing those ankles. Both of those are creating that, it lends to decreasing the chance for a fall because those ankles are able to move underneath us if we begin to topple over instead of just toppling over. And breathing for 3 and 2 and 1, and come to center. All right, guys, let's reach those arms to the side. Keep those heels lifted like drag queen stilettos. And then we'll bend the knees, reach those arms behind, and walk. Come to center and do it again. You guys look super solid. I am all over the place. Yeah, so if it's all right for you, you're still keeping those heels super lifted, which you can't tell because my leggings are black and my mat is black, but I'm doing a pretty good job of keeping those heels super lifted, which is why I am so unstable. And breathe. Yeah, that is like slow motion on my surfboard, trying not to fall in. I've done that before. All right, guys, breathing for 3 and 2, and 1, and come to center and lower those heels. Yeah, seriously, you guys look super solid. I was all over the place. Maybe because I was wanting to say happy coming out day. Yesterday, I believe, was coming out day, and I was referencing those drag queen stilettos for 3 and 2 and 1, and come to center. All right, guys, and then let's reach those arms forward, kick one foot to the side, and switch and continue. My son's crowd that he hangs with, a lot of his friends have come out, and some of them don't have the support of their parents, and it just makes me super sad. So I told him that if any of his friends need a hug or a parent of even of someone else's kid, but just a parent to just love on them, bring them home, and I'll love on them. Yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of dear to my heart. For 3 and 2, and the next time you have a foot out, pause, reach those arms to the side. All right, guys, coming into biceps curls, keep that leg to the side and lift and lift and lift and continue. Feeling that outer thigh, taking that balance challenge, squeezing those armpits closed. Yeah. For 4 and 3 and 2. And the next time that leg is lifted, pause, keep it lifted, and then just arms only, straighten and bend, and continue. Yeah, squeezing those armpits close. I used to cue that squeezing those armpits close like you're a grade school girl and there's a cute boy next to you and you have BO and you don't want him to know. And then a host of my girlfriends watched the video and they were all gay, and I realized that maybe I should change that cue up. All right, for 3, balance challenge, and 2 and 1, and come back to center. All right, notice how you're feeling the outside of the leg stabilizing you. You're also feeling the outside of the leg that was going through a range of motion. So let's switch that up. Come into a biceps curl, and we'll take that leg out, and you are breathing, hollowing out that belly, and then we'll tap and tap and tap and continue breathing. I am obviously filming from Coretown Pilates in Rancho Mission Viejo. The blue begonias on the walls, the paintings are just beautiful here. I love them. Breathing, feeling this quite a bit for 3 and 2. And the next time that leg is lifted, keep it lifted, arms only, squeezing those armpits closed, like there is a cute person you're interested in near you and you have BO. See what I did there? That was good. Hello, Linda's husband walking through the camera, and breathing, navel tuck to the spine. Yeah, looking good, guys. For 4 and 3, breathing, and 2 and 1, come to center. Nice job, guys. Swing those arms from side to side. And then arms and goalpost, arms overhead, one knee and tabletop, and switch, and switch, and switch, and continue. And then you guessed it. So we're coming into a little bit of a cardio blast. You can disco dance. You can take off and run the stairs. Yeah. And suddenly it's just me and you, Bev. I'll copy you. I always feel like a little toddler, like running amok. All right, guys, so I just want you to know, if you are not jogging or bouncing, that's totally okay. Your heart rate will come up if you are marching, reaching those arms overhead. And the reason is that when you're doing that, you're moving the major muscle groups, and you're also moving with those arms overhead. And anytime Linda passing through. Anytime we work with those arms overhead, we are lending to increasing that heart rate because the heart has to pump harder to pump blood to those upper extremities. And breathing, yeah, looking so good. Hollowing out that belly. As always, navel is tucked to the spine. Yep. And just having fun with this, moving your body freely through space. And she's back. I think she was running the stairs. Nice to see you again. And we'll go for a little bit longer. So if you want to take off and do the stairs again, you are welcome to. If you're watching me on YouTube, if you haven't noticed, I have live students with me. And then I take these videos and put them on YouTube. And breathing. Woo! Yeah, looking good. Loving it. Being silly. Yeah, and she's back. Yeah, you can take off and run the stairs one more time if you want to. So some of my students, they like to go off and run the stairs. And some of them hang out with me and move. And others, yeah, so there's lots of options. I remember one time one of my students was doing a burpee challenge. So when we would do this little cardio class, she would do burpees. If you're inclined to do burpees, you are welcome to. I once watched a video of a guy who, I can't remember, I think he did 100 burpees a day for like 30 days or something crazy. And it turned into a mantra for him. And I'm just talking about when you were doing your burpees, Lisa, for cardio. And that video I saw of this guy who just did a huge amount of burpees. It turned into a mantra for him of fall down and get up, fall down, get up. And it kind of turned into a really strong spiritual and emotional practice for him, which was really cool to watch that. All right, guys, for 3 and 2, loving it, and 1, and come to center. All right, notice if you feel an increased sense of urgency to breathe. Perhaps your pores are open and you feel a little glowy or glistening. Yeah, that's all good. Woo, for 3 and 2, and 1, and come to center. All right, guys, let's set the dumbbells to the side. We'll probably use them again in a bit, but for now, we'll set them to the side. And then we are going to keep the knees behind the toes, and we'll tap the belly, tap the shins. Notice how I'm sticking my booty out and my knees are behind those toes. And then tap the belly and reach overhead. Belly, shins, belly, overhead, and continue. Belly, shins, belly, overhead, and continue. Wow, for some reason this rhythm is hard for me. And continue. And then if you want a little more, guys, as you come up to standing, one knee lifted and the other knee lifted. And continue and breathe. And maybe pick up your pace. Moving more quickly through space. Maybe there's a bit of a balance challenge. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm kind of tricking you here. We're actually still in that low cardio zone, which is really beneficial because that's a fat burning zone. When you are slightly out of breath, but not super out of breath, that is that fat burning zone that is so highly sought after. Oh, are you keeping those knees behind those toes? If not, please do so. That will protect your sweet knees. Woo. And breathe for 3 and 2 and 1, and come to center. All right, guys, without further ado, let's come into a little cardio blast. Yep. So we're getting that heart rate up, keeping that heart rate up. You're welcome to grab your dumbbells if you wish. You can disco dance and breathe. Yeah, whatever feels good for you. But I just want to share with you, getting that heart rate up lends to stave off depression, and they're not sure why. Some experts believe it's because you're doing a physical act of something that is for your well-being, and just that action alone can lend to increasing one's mood. And then some experts believe that there's a chemical change that happens in the brain. And honestly, I think that they're both probably correct. And breathing, yeah, loving that variation. Breathing, yeah, we'll spend a little more time here. So if you want to go run those stairs again, you can. Yeah, I know I look so silly. What am I doing? I have no idea. Oh, I love, got that 50s thing going on. And I've got students running in and out of my mirror. You're breathing. That reminds me, I had a student one time, and she was doing the thing of like running back and forth, but she was a little bit higher up, and then she'd run back and forth, and then it was like she was going down the stairs, and she'd run back and forth, and then she'd like come up the stairs. Anyways, just silly, just having fun, just moving that body. Yeah, and breathing. Yeah, this is so good. Loving it. Yeah, loving the variations. I kind of don't want to stop, but there are other things that I want to do. But this is so useful. It's such a really great way to spend our time. Yeah, but I will stop us, even though this is super fun. And breathe. For 3, releasing those endorphins. And 2. And 1, and come to center. Well done, guys. Swing those arms from side to side. This also speeds up our metabolism for the rest of the day, so that's always awesome. For 2, and 1. All right, finding stillness. Let's reach those arms overhead. Tap that belly. Listen for the change. Yeah, you can set the dumbbells down. Arms overhead. Tap the belly. Tap the shins. This time, we'll place those hands onto the ground, walk out into our plank position. Yeah, beautiful. And then let's lower those knees and tap, lower and tap, and continue. I'll give you a visual of what I'm talking about. And then we'll tap and lift, and tap and lift, and continue. Hollowing out that belly. Oh, navel is back to the spine. I don't know about you guys, but my shoulders were a little sore from our workout on Monday. I feel like we did a lot of planks. For 3, and 2, and 1, and then let's walk those hands in, coming into an inverted V, looking towards those shins. All right, so this is like a downward dog. I'm modifying here quite a bit, but if it feels okay for you, you are sticking that booty up high in the air. Oh, creating space between those ears and shoulders. And then let's shift forward into an all fours position with those knees hovering. And then press back and shift forward and continue. I'll give you a different view. I'm talking about this, and then coming into this, and then pressing back up straight again, and continuing. By the way, if you're pressing into your thumb and your forefinger, it will help to save those wrists. For 3, and 2, and the next time you're up in that inverted V position, pause. Let's take that right leg, lift it straight up to the ceiling. And then we'll shift forward into a plank, bringing that right knee to the right elbow. Kick everything out long, lifting that booty. And do it again. And continue. Yeah, looking good. And continue. Woo, breathing. Yeah, by my count, we'll go for 4 more. Woo, and 3. Breathing. 2. And 1. And then let's put that foot down, walk those hands back towards the feet, and then roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Woo, coming all the way up. Nice job, guys. And swing those arms from side to side. Noticing how that feels for 3, 2, and 1, and come back to center. Yeah, I'm seeing you guys wiping that sweat off. I feel ya. Reaching those arms up towards the ceiling. Pat the belly, pat the knees. You know where this is going. Walk out into that plank position. And then in your plank position, let's lift that booty. Coming into that inverted V position. And then we'll shift forward into our plank. And we'll tap those knees and lift. And then lift the booty. Shift forward, tap the knees, and continue. And breathe. Yeah, looking good. I'll give you a different visual for what I'm doing. I know I'm shifting it up a little bit from last time. So this time we're pressing out into the plank, dropping the knees, plank, and lift, and continue. And breathe. Feeling that nice stretch, feeling that nice work, feeling that active breath when we lift that booty in space. All right, guys. And the next time that booty is lifted, pause. This time, we'll take that left leg up to the ceiling, and then we'll shift forward, bringing that left elbow to the left knee. Kick it long, and do it again. And continue. Breathing. Hollowing out that belly. Using those lower abdominal muscles to draw that knee to the elbow. Taking a rest at any time. And we'll go for 3 more on my count. And breathe. And 2. And 1. And come back to center. All right, guys. And then we'll hang out here for a moment. Let's pedal those knees. Dropping one heel. And then the other heel. Just enjoying that stretch for 3 and 2 and 1. And then we will walk those feet towards the hands or the hands towards the feet and roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, coming all the way up. Nice job, guys. Let's swing those arms from side to side. Yeah, I'm seeing those hands clapping. I feel ya. It feels great. For 3 and 2 and 1, and come back to center. All right, arms in goalpost. One knee into tabletop. Sweep those forearms together and down and switch and switch and switch and continue. Breathing. Let's move quickly through space if that feels all right for you, and you can do this with control. And again, notice how that heart rate is beginning to come up. I can hear it in my voice. And again, when it's a little bit difficult to talk, you're in that really terrific fat burning zone. All right, guys, adding on optional. The next time those forearms are together and a knee is in tabletop, pause. All right, and then let's lift and lift and lift. So we're lifting those arms. Woo! And breathing. Notice where those forearms are. Let's bring them together if that's available to you. If that's not available, that's okay. Just know that's where you're headed. Woo! Really feeling those shoulders. For 3 and 2. Listen for the change. Reach those arms down to the side. Kick that leg back behind. Coming into a balanced challenge. Kicking that leg behind. Reaching those arms back. Wow, you guys look amazing. This would be a really cool screenshot. But I have other things to do. So let's bend that back knee and straighten and do it again. You guys look amazing. Loving those looks of determination on your faces. You guys look so solid for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and come up to standing. Whoa. Nice job. Swing those arms from side to side. Navel is tucked to the spine. Arms in goalpost. Sweep those arms together. Lift a knee and do it again. And again, begin to move more quickly through space. Feeling that nice stretch as we open those forearms. And feeling that nice work as we bring those forearms together. All right, guys. And then we'll do that little bit of work balancing on the other knee. So the next time that left knee is lifted, pause. And we'll lift and lower, and lift and lower. Woo! And continue. And breathe. Yeah, keeping those forearms close together if that's available. Keeping that knee straight out from the hip if that's available for 3 and 2 and 1. Reach those arms down to the side. Yeah, nice job. And notice if these shoulders are up, if you're feeling those shoulders from all the work we've done today and the work we did on Monday. All right, guys, reaching those arms down to the side. Let's bend that knee. Bring it back. Come into the balance challenge, and we'll start with that leg straight, just balancing and breathing. Yeah, looking so good. And then we'll bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Yeah, breathing. Sometimes it's a little more challenging on one side than the other. So if that's happening for you, just have fun with it. Breathing. Yeah, loving it. Whoa. For 4 and 3. And 2 and 1 and come to center. Well done. Swing those arms from side to side. All right, guys. Let's pivot those palms so they're facing forward. And kick one leg out. Come to center and switch and switch and switch. Okay, maybe this is all you want. Maybe you'd like to continue with this. Also, just FYI, a different arm version would be this, or even this with those palms facing front. So this here will clearly get that heart rate up. But maybe, if it works for you, come into a jumping jack situation. And remember, I want you to feel better after class, not worse, so these don't work for everyone. And if you're in that category, just don't do them. Yeah, and breathe. If they do work for you, and by the way, you can also not separate those feet if that feels better for you. You can also come into a march if that feels better for you. So lots and lots of options. For 4, yeah, loving the variations. And 3 and 2 and 1. Good job. Swing those arms from side to side. And again, notice how you're, yeah, I'm seeing those towels come out, those sweat towels. Notice how you're feeling that increased sense of urgency. Those of you who are with me in Southern California, it doesn't feel so cold anymore, does it? For 3 and 2 and 1, and come back to center. All right, guys, from here, let's take that left sole of the left foot and put it on that inside of the lower leg. Reach those arms to a T. Reach those arms overhead if that's available to you. And begin to sway from side to side. If you want a little bit more, guys, at any time, you can place that foot on your inner thigh, or some people even like to put their foot on the right side of their groin. So lots and lots of options. The only thing I ask is that you do not apply pressure directly onto the knee, because that's not good for the knee. And breathe for 3 and 2. My foot is sliding down. And 1 and come to center. Good job. We'll do that on the other side. So let's place the inside of the foot to the inside of the lower leg, and we'll reach those arms out to a T, and we'll begin to sway. And then if you want more, you guys look so graceful, I love it. If you want more, you can take that foot and put it up higher in space and breathe. Yep, looking good, loving it, loving what I'm seeing. All these branches, they remind me of those beautiful willow branches which sway in the breeze. Oh, I can almost hear the sound of that breeze, actually. That's kind of cool. All right, and breathe for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and come to center. You know how that beautiful sound of the wind blowing through the leaves? For 2 and a 1 and come to center. All right, guys, we're totally going to switch gears and come down to the mat. So let's grab those dumbbells and come down to the mat. Dumbbells in hand. So talking about legs, one of my students is joining me this morning from New England, and I imagine those leaves are looking really beautiful about now. Okay, guys, so let's reach those arms into a goalpost position. Knees are bent, feet are flat, and then keeping the head down. Take an inhale, exhale, reach those arms overhead, lift those hips, inhale, lower, and lift, and continue. I'm actually going to omit the hip lift today. I am modifying, taking care of my body. So I definitely practice what I preach. So always modify whenever you wish, but if it feels okay for you, keeping that head down, you're lifting those hips as you reach those arms up to the ceiling. All right, for 3 and 2. And the next time those arms are up towards the ceiling, pause, pivot those palms so they're facing each other, and then reach one arm behind, and up, other arm behind and up. If those hips are lifted, just keep those hips lifted in a static hold, squeezing those booty cheeks, navel is tucked to the spine, hollowing out that belly, keeping that head down. Anytime we lift the hips, we want the head down for 3 and 2 and 1, and pause, lower those hips and lower those elbows. Let's come into an elbows bench situation with those dumbbells facing each other over our midsection, and the elbows are on the mat near the waist. All right, and then let's bring the right knee into tabletop, punch the left arm up to the ceiling, and switch, and switch, and switch, and continue. If you want more, guys, you can come into a crunch with your head, neck, and torso while you're going through this range of motion. Yeah, I love it. I'm seeing the feet and dumbbells and legs all over my screen. All right, guys. And then if you want even more, instead of bringing a foot down all the way to the ground, you can just lightly tap, coming into sort of a dead bug situation. And breathe, hollowing out that belly. Navel is tucked to the spine, omitting any portion of this exercise if it is causing you pain. Yep, beautiful. Okay, we're going to add on, but remember, you can always continue with an earlier version of the exercise. If you want a little bit more, the next time an arm is up towards the ceiling, pause, reach both arms up to the ceiling and bring both knees into tabletop and come into what we call a Pilates feet. That is, the heels are touching, the toes are apart, your feet are like a slice of pizza, and those knees are open. All right, take an inhale as you exhale, open those arms to the side, kick those legs long, bend those knees in towards the chest, and do it again. And continue, keep that head flat if that's better for you. It's actually better for my back to maintain a crunch position. But if it feels better for you to keep your head down, please do that. Woo, for 3 and 2 and 1. The next time those knees are in, pause, and then let's place those dumbbells down to the side, guys, and let's come onto those elbows. So our head, neck, and torso, our upper body is now supported on those elbows. Yep. And then we'll lower and lift and lower and lift. If that doesn't feel great for you, you can lower one foot and then the other foot. I'm actually going to stick with that version today. Let me in the variations, guys. For 4 and 3 and 2. The next time those feet are together, pause, lower your head, release the elbows rather, and hug those knees into the chest. Hugging those knees to the chest, tuck the nose towards the knees and the knees towards the nose. Gently rock from side to side. And again, remember, if you wish, you can put that head down at any time. We're going to turn this into an exercise. So let's kick one leg long, all 10 fingertips on the other shin, pulling it towards you. Exhale and switch and switch and continue and breathe. Hollowing out that belly, super old school Pilates right here. Navel is tucked to the spine. Notice the muscles that you're feeling. There are a lot of them. This is a terrific, almost full body workout. For 4, woo, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hug both knees in, lower that head, and gently rock from side to side, separating those knees quite a bit. And just enjoy that sensation Little back massage for 2 and 1 and pause. All right, separate those knees as much as you can. And then guys, let's keep those knees separated. Take the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Grab onto those ankles or those feet if that feels nice for you. You can lie that head back down and gently rock from side to side, pulling those knees towards your armpits and breathe. And just enjoy this really terrific stretch for 3 and 2 and 1 and come back to center. And then guys, let's lower those feet down. Open those knees super wide. Knees are super bent and bring the soles of the feet together like a butterfly situation. Place the fingertips behind the head. Apply a gentle pressure from your head into your hands as you come into a crunch. And lower and lift and continue. All right, guys, maybe this is all you want. If you want a little more as you come into the crunch, maybe lift one foot, put it down, lift the other foot and put it down and continue. And breathe. Yep. And then if you want even more, guys, you can lift both feet at the same time, bringing both knees towards the elbow and lower and switch and continue. I'm going to stick with one foot today and breathe. Yeah, hollowing out that belly. Navel is tucked to the spine. Yeah, loving the variations for 4. Woo, and 3, 2, and 1, and come back down. All right, guys, let's open those arms to a T. Knees are still open wide to the side, and press the soles of your feet together. And notice what happens, how you're feeling those inner thighs to a greater degree. And just enjoy that sensation for 3 and 2 and 1. All right, guys, let's bring the soles of the feet down to the mat and knees bent, feet flat, and reach those arms up to the ceiling. Take an inhale as you exhale, coming into that crunch position. Reach those arms back behind, reach those arms towards the knees. Do it again. And of course, if it's better for you to lace those fingertips behind the head, do that. If you want a little bit more, guys, as you reach those hands towards your knees, lift one knee and the other knee and continue. If you want more, you can lift both knees. And if you want more, instead of tapping those toes, you can kick those legs long if that feels good. Not necessary. So lots of options. I'm actually going to stick with the easiest option I offered, which is marching. And breathe for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and then lie that head, neck, and torso down. Take a step apart with those feet and windshield wiper those knees from side to side, feeling that terrific side body stretch, feeling that massage on that glute area. And notice how good that feels for 3 and 2 and 1. Come to center. All right, guys, let's take one leg straight up towards the ceiling. It doesn't matter which. Grab onto the back of that leg, coming into a crunch. Kick the other leg long, hovering over the mat. Pull that top leg towards you with an exhale, and switch, and switch, and switch, and continue. Yep, so coming into a super classic Pilates exercise here. Yeah, notice how you're getting a terrific stretch on the back of that leg. And we've got chest. As we pull a leg towards us, we've got arms. As we pull a leg towards us, we've got obliques as we do work on one side of the body and then the upper side. And we've got lower abdominal muscles engaged as we're keeping those feet suspended. And then if that upper body is also lifted, we've got upper abdominal. So lots and lots of muscles. Oh, did I mention tons of legs? Maybe even a little cardio. By the way, your muscle is a heart. And when you work it, it gets stronger, just like any other muscle. For 4 and 3. Loving the variations, guys. I'm loving seeing some of those heads down. That lets me know you're taking care of yourselves. And 1, hug both knees. into the chest, lie that head flat, gently rock from side to side. For 3 and 2 and 1, and come to center. All right, guys, next, let's come to a side lying position. So you can rest your head on your hand as I am. You can come onto your elbow, or you can lie your ear on your bicep. So lots and lots of options. Let's grab one of those dumbbells and we'll bend that elbow into the waist with that palm facing forward. Lift both ankles. Lift that top knee, reach that arm up and lower, and do it again. And continue and breathe, exhaling as you reach everything up. Notice how you're feeling the outer thigh of that top leg, and you're feeling the inner thigh of that bottom leg, particularly if those feet are lifted even higher. And breathing for 4 and 3 and 2. And the next time that knee is lifted, pause. Keep that bottom ankle lifted, and let's take that top leg and we'll just put it in line with the knee. So I'll do that again. So we were here and just a move of like 2 inches. All right, guys, and then let's kick that leg long, reach that arm overhead and do it again and continue. Yeah, I said overhead. That's a little tricky because clearly our arm is up towards the ceiling and thus overhead. But really, I mean bringing that bicep towards the ear, kind of flat, like you're flat as a pancake when you kick everything long. Or more like a pencil, perhaps. Okay, breathing. Yeah, looking so good for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and come back to center. Let's lower everything down. Well done. Just set that dumbbell to the side. We'll reach both arms forward, and then take that top arm up and over. Feeling that terrific side body stretch. Maybe looking over those far fingertips if that feels good for you. And breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then, guys, however you wish, let's set that dumbbell out of the way and position yourself so you're on your belly looking towards me. Let's come on to those elbows. Legs are straight. All right, guys, and then I'm realizing I need to come to an angle here. All right, guys, and then let's take that left knee, or one knee, it doesn't matter which, and we'll bend it and we'll kick it back towards our tush twice and then switch and continue. Yeah, and breathe. Feeling the back of the leg. By the way, we're squeezing the booty cheeks and our leg muscles are super active as we're going through this range of motion, which is different than just sort of bending those knees with gravity and momentum. So we're definitely turning this into an exercise. Begin to energetically draw those elbows towards your hip bones, using that as leverage to create space and length between your the muscles and your ribs. Getting lots of space between those ears and shoulders for 4 and 3. I'm just realizing that with this, by the way, this is sort of a new pattern of recording because there's been a lot of sunlight and shadows in the other room. But the Pilates class in the other room is going to end soon. So not quite sure how that's going to work out. But at any rate, for 3 and 2. And 1, and come to center. Maybe the other teacher will keep them a minute over. That would be helpful. All right, guys, and then let's come into our lying on the other side position. Bend that elbow, lift those knees, reach overhead, and do it again. You totally cannot see what I'm doing because it's all black. All right, well, let's see if I can reposition. There we go. All right, now there's evidence that I'm going through this range of motion with that knee lifting. Oh, I think they're leaving. For 3 and 2, and the next time that arm is up and that knee is up, pause. Let's hover that ankle, and then we'll reach everything long and bring it in. Notice how you're feeling those oblique muscles, particularly if you're blowing out as you draw that knee in. recruiting those core muscles and breathing. Yeah, looking good, guys. Woo. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Come back to center. We'll put all that down. Reach both arms forward. Take that top arm up and over. And enjoy that side body stretch. And breathe for 3 and 2 and 1. Come back to center. All that stretch felt so good. And then however you wish, guys, press yourself up to a seated and then a standing position. And I'm just going to move to the other side. All right. And then we'll come into our final lady in the park and our roll down. All right. So bye. Good to see you. Adios. We'll swing those arms from side to side. For 3 and 2 and 1. Come to center. And then let's reach those arms up overhead. Drop those shoulders. Curl those fingertips over. Tuck the chin to the chest. Roll down. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming all the way down. Nod your head. Yes, yes, yes. I feel amazing. Shake your head. No, no, no. And then softness in the knees. Head is heavy. Roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming all the way up. Really nice work, guys. Shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. And one more time. Up, back, and down. And walk into your day with your awesome posture. Really nice work, you guys. Thanks for joining me. If you're with me on YouTube, please like, comment nicely, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys Friday for Foam Roll Friday.